Hi everybody, welcome to the farm, or actually welcome to my office. I'm in the middle of, just finished editing actually the first test run of my ATV video, and I'm exporting it so I can upload it. And I was just sitting here thinking while I was working on it. I know a lot of people who watch this may not know me that personally, and you know what, I'm going to get personal with you all. I do that in my videos from time to time, and it's nice. I do it for myself, I do it for Kylie, I do it because, you know, this is something that I'm able to leave behind when I leave this world. But I was getting a haircut yesterday. You can see I got nice short hair. And the barber, when he got to the side of my head, he said, "Oh, why didn't you tell me about your scar? I'm sorry." And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, "Oh, well, it's really gonna show, man. I would have covered it up, but I didn't know." And I was like, so? Apparently that bothers people. Like, if they've got a scar here or there. My dad always told me, tell the ladies it's a battle scar, you know, it'll get you the girls. My dad's a jokester. We all dads are. But anyways, what he was talking about, as I'm sure you can see, I've got a nice scar here, but you know, I've also got behind the ear and what I had done was a bilateral tympanomastoid endectomy, which is basically just the removal of a mass. Bilateral means both ears. And I had an open veil or a wall down, which means they had to remove the wall between the inner or the middle ear and the outer ear. So I have no protection in my ear canals at all for water, and I have to wear special earplugs. It's a whole bunch of fun. Anyways, but I don't even know where. See, problem with brain damage. I literally went down a rabbit hole there and lost my thought. No, but I've always worn my scars proud, and that caught me off guard, and like I was never self-conscious about it until he said that. Now that I have this haircut, which is my same haircut, I get the same haircut, I get it probably 2 to 3 times a year, and it's just very easy to maintain. Keep combing it to the side, it grows in looking nice, I'm able to be presentable. And anyways, I never worried about the scar showing. It only lasts a couple weeks, and then my hair grows back. And the more I thought about it, the more ridiculous I think it is that anybody should ever worry about a scar or what something may look like. You know, we all have our wounds, whether you can see it in our skin or not, and it's just, I don't like the fact that it made me feel self-conscious about it, and I'm working myself out of that, because the way I'm able to not feel self-conscious about it is I accept myself. I accept that I'm flawed, and you know, we all are. We're all unique, but we all have something about us that's good. We probably all have something about us that's bad, you know, but we're all special, and we should feel special. I'm one of a kind. You're never gonna meet another me. And you know what? That may be a good thing, that may be a bad thing, but it is what it is. And I guess I don't even know what I'm trying to say other than, you know, hey, I'm John. I got a traumatic brain injury from an accident during a surgery. That's where I was going with that rabbit hole thought. When they were doing the bilateral tympanomastoid endectomy, they did one side before the other. It was supposed to be an in and out 2-hour surgery. 13 hours later, 13 and a half hours, I wake up and discover that the mass had doubled in size from the CT 4 days prior. It had eroded a hole in the skull, and as they were in the back scar cutting, the laser went through the skull and it hit my front right cerebral cortex, or front right temporal lobe. Cerebral cortex is the whole front of the brain. And anyways, yeah, just put a small 1/4 inch laceration in that, and I don't know what happened. I was out throughout it all. I'm sure it was scary as can be for my family. And yeah, I woke up thinking I was going to be driving in a little bit, wondering why my head hurt so bad, and they were asking me, these weird questions. I do remember, when I came to, they said, "You're in room 442," and I laughed, and they were like, "Does that mean something to you?" And I don't know if I was loopy because of the, because of being under so long or whatever, but I was like, Oldsmobile Cutlass 442. Typical man thing. But yeah, it's been a long road back, and there's still difficulties dealing with it. These videos are actually quite therapeutic for me because I'll watch them over and over and over again because they help me retain my days. And they also help me with figuring out who I am, because survivors of TBIs, the ones that I've spoken to, we all have very similar, it winds up very similar in the end of it, or not in the end of it, but in the beginning. You lose who you are, especially with the frontal lobe. That's your personality. You change. A lot about you that's different. Your brain has to figure out how to work its way around it. Everything had its usual route, and all of a sudden there's a giant sinkhole in the middle of it that has got to rewire. It's information highway going on in there, and it can change you. So I'm in the middle of figuring out who I am exactly, but I do know one thing. I accept who I am. And I think we all should. You should accept who you are, for regardless of whatever it is. If there's something you don't like about yourself, do what you can to change it. And like I say with the house, fix what you can, live with what you will. And sometimes we get dealt a crappy hand, but you can still win the game. And it's just a matter of moving forward. And anyways, it looks like my export is finished, so I'm gonna get that video uploaded to YouTube, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. I'm probably just gonna upload it to YouTube right after, because I don't know, I felt like getting real with y'all. Anyways, so if you know me and you didn't know any of this about me, I'm glad to share. If you didn't know me, well, now you do a little bit, and through the videos, I'm sure you get to know me as well, and I might as well be as who I am. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a wonderful day.